In this video, I'll be demonstrating about how to perform auto-type conversion for configurable properties through coding. With certain conversion, like we can retrieve values in long, double, boolean, or string. So let's begin. So you already know how to retrieve and set values. We have already seen that in previous video. We'll revise once again. This I am just using for demonstration purpose, so I'm not going to execute the whole API. As soon as we get a conversion, we'll stop the execution of API because you already know how to compare, process, and validate. Okay, so we'll just revise how to retrieve the value and then check for conversion. So you have already seen this line, like just a second, yeah. So you've already seen this line in the previous video, how we were using. So like there's a method called as get user property as long, which is present in plugin API config manager. It has three parameters. One is the like string key, the second is the package name, and third is the user ID. So this key we get it through here, like whatever the values we set here, that is a key for us. Okay, so I have set my value as a value which I want to retrieve. So here I have set it as a value. The second is the package name. So how will you get your package name is there's already a method called get API package name which is present in plugin API utils. So here you have to pass your class name and you'll get your package name. The third parameter is user ID. So if you don't know how to retrieve user ID, so this is the three line through which you can retrieve your user ID. So with the help of PowerIndex, you can create an object of PowerIndex and you can pass it to PowerSecurity. There's a method called get service, and through PowerSecurity, you can get your user ID. There's a method called as get user ID from token, where you can pass your token and you'll get your user ID. Okay, so this user ID, you need to pass it over here. So similarly, we have get user property as long, we have get user property as double, boolean, and string. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll pass just one value. Like here we can see how I've passed one long value, and we'll pass one long value, and we'll see how we can get the property in double, boolean, and string. Okay, so I'll just set this property and run through command line or the Talend API. Okay, so we'll see in the output thing, because I have already written the System.out.println. With the help of this, we'll come to know what output we are getting. So I got my long value is 10, my double value is 10.0, and the boolean, since it is non-negative or greater than 0 value, I got it as true, and for string I got it as 10. Now we'll see like what happens if we set property in double and we try to retrieve values in all other data types. Okay, so I'm just setting it here again. I'll save it. I'll complete the previous execution and we'll run again on this. Now what will happen is, like, we are passing the value, this a value as double, and we are trying to retrieve it in long boolean string as well as double. So we'll check the output, what we are getting. Yeah. So in long, this 99.5 got typecasted, and I got as 99, and double will be same 99.5. Since it is greater than 0, I got this boolean value as true and string value is same. Okay. So again, for like next thing, what we'll see is if what happens if we set the property in boolean. Remember, like 0 is for false and 1 is for true. Okay. So what happens if I set my value as true? I'm saving it. We'll just complete this API. I'll send it again. Okay, through Talend. Now what happened is, since I set my value as true, I got long as 1, and double I got it as 1.0. Boolean, for boolean value I got it as true, and for string again I got it as true. Okay, now if we do for like if we set this property to false, in long and double will get it as 0, right? and for for boolean we'll get it as false, and for string also we'll get it as false. If you want, I will just check it out what is happening again. We'll complete this execution part first. Go back in our company dashboard and set the value and save it. We got it long as 0, double as 0.0, boolean as false, and string as false. Similarly, if you pass only t, if you pass a string as t or a string like f, so what will happen? This t, it will automatically take as true and will get all the values that we were getting as for true. Okay, and for false, like what will happen if we get it as for false? Like if I pass any value as false, if you're passing any value, any string as f, what will happen is we'll get the value as false. Okay, so it will treat f like false and t like true. Now what happens, we'll check for this also, like string. So if we are setting property in string, what will happen? I'll just complete this execution part again. Okay, and then send this API request. So now what I got it as, since it was a string, I got long value as 0, double as 0.0, boolean as false, because it is for any string it is returning false, and for string I got my name back again. So this was how all about, like if you pass any type of value and you want conversion, so you can easily convert and get a value for if there's anything in the program that you need to compare with, you can easily do that. So this was all about auto type conversion. Thank you.